Trixie, the sleek white cat, and Ash, the majestic gray wolf, sat side by side under the vast starlit sky. The cool moonlight shone in their eyes, reflecting the deep and unusual friendship between a cat and a wolf. Trixie's ears twitched nervously at a distant owl's call. "Ash, why does the forest have so many strange sounds at night?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Ash glanced at her with a calm expression. "The forest never truly sleeps. Every sound has a story, but most are harmless," he reassured her. Trixie bounced from one tree branch to another, her white fur gleaming as she flipped and twirled through the air. Below, Ash watched with a proud smile. "See, Ash? You were right. The night's not scary at all," she called out, laughing, as she performed another acrobatic leap. "I'm not scared! Look at what I can do!" Trixie's paws moved quickly, leading her to a hidden cage, half covered by tall grass. Its rusty bars looked old and ominous. Ash growled softly, his eyes narrowing. "We should turn back." Trixie, however, didn't hesitate. "Look at this, Ash," she said with a gleam in her eyes, not wanting to show any fear. She felt the thrill of adventure rising inside her. "I'm going to find out what this is." Trixie crept silently through the grass, her paws making barely a sound as she followed the trail. But without warning, the trap snapped shut. The cage door clanged loudly, trapping her inside. Ash froze, his eyes wide with shock as he watched helplessly from a distance. Ash's heart clenched. "I'll be right back. Stay strong." Ash turned and bolted into the woods. He moved as fast as he could, the urgency in his every step. Quickly, he dashed up a nearby hill, his paws pounding the ground as he climbed. At the top, Ash stopped and tilted his head back, howling with all his might into the dark sky. The animals quickly gathered around, ready to move. Ash's eyes shone with hope as he spoke urgently. "I need your help. Trixie is trapped, and the hunters are near. We must act fast." The plan was set, and the courage of each animal filled the night air. They were determined to rescue Trixie, and no hunter would stand in their way. The deer sprints through the hunter's camp, knocking over crates and scattering everything in its path. The squirrel and the bird add to the chaos, making loud noises that confuse the hunters. They struggle to understand what is happening, looking around in confusion, unable to keep up with the fast-moving animals. Meanwhile, Ash creeps toward the cage, moving carefully but with determination. From the cage, Trixie watches the chaos unfold around her. She sees Ash sneaking closer, and her eyes widen in recognition. "Ash is here," she thinks, a spark of hope lighting up her heart. She presses her paws to the bars, her body trembling, with both fear and relief. Her ears perk up and she whispers, "I knew you'd come." Ash, moving swiftly and quietly through the forest, approaches the cage. His heart races as he nears the spot where Trixie is trapped. The sound of crashing branches and angry shouts fills the air as the hunters scramble in the woods, trying to catch the animals who have caused chaos in their camp. "Trixie, hold on, I'll get you out." Ash finally reaches the cage where Trixie is trapped. His eyes quickly spot the thick rope that holds the door shut. He approaches it, heart pounding, and with a determined look, he starts to gnaw on the rope with his sharp teeth. They suddenly hear the hunter's angry shouts and roars from a distance. "They're coming back," Trixie thinks, her heart racing even faster. "Ash, hurry!" Ash's teeth work quickly, and the rope finally begins to give way, and the cage door creaks, ready to open. As soon as the cage opened, Trixie jumped out, and Ash quickly said, "Run, Trixie, run!" He sprinted fast, faster than Trixie had ever seen him move. The hunters had now discovered the escape and were chasing after Ash and Trixie. Ash and Trixie ran with their hearts pounding, their paws pounding the soft earth beneath them. The sound of the hunters' footsteps echoed in the distance, growing closer. The fear of being caught pushed them forward faster. "We're not safe yet," Ash panted, his eyes scanning the forest ahead. Come quickly, I know a perfect place to hide. They reached a giant hollow tree, its opening just big enough for them to squeeze inside. Inside, quickly, Ash urged as they both scrambled. In. The forest falls silent as the hunter's footsteps fade into the distance. Trixie, her voice barely a whisper, looks up at Ash. Are they gone now? She asks, her eyes wide with fear. Ash listens carefully, his ear pressed to the ground. He inhales, deeply, his sharp senses catching every sound in the stillness of the night. After a tense moment, he raises his head and nods. Yes, they're gone. We can go now. Ash and Trixie lie side by side on the soft grass, surrounded by their friends in their favorite spot in the forest. The moonlight filters through the leaves, casting a peaceful glow over everything. Around them, the other animals gather, the deer, fox, squirrels, and birds, all watching with joyful eyes as the celebration begins. Trixie looks up at Ash, her heart still racing with relief. I can't believe we're finally safe, she says softly. The next evening, when Trixie lay in her garden, resting under the starry night sky, the silence was suddenly broken by a familiar sound. It was something she recognized, Ash howling in the woods. Trixie smiled, her heart warming. She knew Ash was out there, strong and free, and despite all the dangers they had faced, their friendship was stronger than ever.